One who serves. Very good. Then we move on. Are there any other questions here? Guest. Yes, I have a question. Yes? I am wondering if there is a process that you recommend for us, or for me personally, to start awakening the consciousness and developing clairvoyance and start having communication with divine beings, either from celestial or from the cosmos. One who serves. You are asking in terms of personal nature here, and we are not apt to speak in terms of personal for you, but as a collective here. And certainly, those of you that are on these calls, those of you who are turning to the light, or have certainly turned to the light and are finding themselves in higher vibrations, more and more are going to, and are even beginning now, as we find it, to experience the awakening of your gifts of spirit, or what you might call psychic powers, or even some are saying superpowers, whatever it might be. And all of this is coming. It is part of the awakening process, a part of the ascension process, a part of moving up the higher vibrations. And in those higher vibrational frequencies of the higher dimensions, you will have those abilities. But understand that those abilities are not something that is coming to you for the first time. They're coming back to you. You are reawakening those abilities within you because your DNA process is expanding into those connections that had been severed long ago here. And those connections are returning in your DNA here. There is much, much more to this, but it is coming for you more and more to understand at your consciousness level, but not at your three-dimensional consciousness level. One that stays within that three-dimensional consciousness illusion cannot understand even the question that you are asking, how it is even possible. Shoshana, we can share. Dear sister, are you requesting that we clarify your gift of clairvoyance? No, my understanding is that this is a special time, and manifestation can be enhanced with the solstice and eclipse going on. So I was wondering if they had any advice in a process like a meditation or visualization to awaken and expand our consciousness, to awaken our clairvoyance ability. Does that make sense? Shoshana, do you wish to have this gift? I do. Do you have this gift? What I'm learning and what I just heard from the one who serves is yes, I do, but I forgot it. We find that you have experienced this gift, and we find that if we may share further, we must ask permission to share further. Guest, yes, please. We find that you have had experiences of this gift and that your doubts have created a barrier to your gift. The one thing that we can tell you is that you must not doubt your ability. When a human being experiences the clairvoyance, clairaudience, or the clairs, and you will experience them intermittently throughout your life to strengthen them, you must acknowledge it. And do not doubt it, as it is happening across the planet to many, you see. Does that make sense to you, dear sister? Yes, thank you very much. Shoshana, namaste. One who serves. Very good. Are there any other further questions here? Anything further? Guest. Yes, one who serves and Shoshana. Hello, dear ones. It has come to my attention recently certain videos of someone who is sharing stuff from all kinds of lightworkers around the world. And they have very intricate exercises or meditations that they want us to do. It seems like it is very important, very imminent. So I started thinking, maybe I need to do more. So yesterday I tried one of them. And it was quite extreme. It was like you needed to visualize light around the earth in about 20 or 25 different colors, but each one for 72 seconds each. And it was exhausting. I'm wondering when we see these kinds of things, and there are tons of them. They're everywhere. How much of this is important for us to do? I understand they are important, but how much do we need to do in that kind of work? One who serves. That is a wonderful question here. We would say that there is no must here. There is no shoulds. It is what you feel like you are guided to do, you see? Everything is not for everyone. So whatever someone or some being that channels through, or whatever might give as a meditation, as a visualization, it might be for some, but not for everyone. Each to his or her own is a saying that you have, you see? So just allow. Go with the flow here. It follows right to you. If it feels right to you, then do it. If it does not feel right to you, then do not do it. Do not feel guilty or feel like you need to be doing something that you are not doing, because all of you are on the path. All of you are, again, as we say many, many times, exactly where you need to be. You have to come to understand that more and more. So whatever it is. Go with the flow here, okay? Shoshana, we can share on this. May we share, dear sister? Yes, please, dear. Dear sister, when an activity such as meditation causes a feeling of exhaustion, it is not the meditation for you, you see. You have degraded your energy. Instead of creating more energy, you've created a minus factor in your energy. So we will tell you to be very aware, as one who serves has given here. When any message is you must, you should, this is the way to create a higher consciousness around the planet, etc., you must adhere to your own higher self's advice, you see. If a meditation makes you feel good and makes your energy expound, then it is the right meditation. Anything else as a detraction from consciousness, you see. Namaste. One who serves. We would give, there are 2 words to associate with your meditations. Those 2 words, very simple. Effortless effort. Contemplate that. Feel what that means to you. Effortless effort in regard to meditation. Guest, thanks so much. One who serves. Would there be any other questions here? Any other questions before we take the email questions? Then we are ready, sister. Here. Guest. Yes, thank you, one who serves. The first question is what kind of challenges we face when we get into the 5th dimension? One who serves. Looking at the 5th dimension in terms of challenges is not the way to go about this, because that is a 3rd dimensional consciousness type of thinking here. Challenges. You are not going to have challenges as you understand them as you move into the higher vibrations. The way to look at this is you go out into nature and you are around beauty all around you, and you feel the energy, and you feel the water's energy, and all of this. Are there challenges there? No challenges there. It is only when you slip back into the 3rd dimension in terms of, oh, now I need to make a shelter and I need to get in from the cold, or it's raining and I need to get under something to keep from getting wet, or whatever it is. That's where the challenges come from, you see? But you are not going to have those types of challenges. Now, with that understanding, also understand that as you move into those higher vibrations, you are going to have a period of becoming acquainted with these new energies, with the higher vibrations. It is going to be a period of coming to understand what you are experiencing, what you are feeling, you see? Because you are going to be relating to consciousness like you have never done before here in these lifetimes here on Earth before. Or most of you have not, anyway. There have been lifetimes for some of you where you have experienced that temporarily here. But you are going to come to a point where it is going to be permanent, but not all at once. You are moving through a transition now. And when you move into the higher vibrational frequencies of the fifth dimension and beyond, there will be a transition period there as well. So you are not going to go from, what is your saying, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. It may take 5 or 6 seconds, you see. Do you understand this? Guest. Yes, I'm sure that's clear for the one who asked. One who serves. Very good. Shoshana, do you have anything to add here? We can share, and we will say that what has been given is very clear. What we will say is that the challenges are tied to survival. And survival is a 3-dimensional program. There is no survival program in the 5th dimension. Namaste. One who serves. Yes, think in terms of your chakra centers. And your first chakra is that survival center, that fight or flight type of thing. And that chakra, as well as your second and even your third chakra, are going to be greatly diminished in terms of what you are going to be focused on. You are going to be focused on the 4th chakra and above, you see. So the survival, all of that, will be a thing of the past, and more as you continue to become acclimated. That is the word we were looking for before. When you become acclimated to the higher energies, just as you are becoming acclimated to the energies now as we continue to bring them to you during these guided meditations. You thought maybe you were just doing the same guided meditation over and over with a little difference here and there. But it is all meant for a purpose here, to continue to bring the downloads to you, the higher energies, to acquaint you and acclimate you to these energies once again. That is the purpose here for this. Would there be questions here before we release channel? Guest. Yes, there are 2 more questions from the email. The second one here is, at our ascension, will our superpowers be automatic, or are we going to have to work to attain them? One who serves. We think we have already answered this question in terms of there will be a transition period, just as you are transitioning now, just as you are becoming reacquainted with some of those superpowers, or as we like to call it, gifts of spirit. You are becoming reacquainted to them now. It is a slow process maybe, but the more that you believe it, the more you will see it. And certainly, as you move into the higher vibrational frequencies, you will see a lot more, because you will believe it a lot more. Okay? Shoshana, anything you want to add? We will share on this. Those that have transcended the 3rd dimensional consciousness, that live in a higher vibrational state, do not think of themselves as having superpowers. This is a 3rd dimensional idea. They do not think of themselves as Superman or superheroes or superpowers. This is all from your 3rd dimensional ideas here. So we will tell you that those that have ascended, that live in the higher vibrations, accept their consciousness and accept their ways of being. So if they wish to bilocate, they do. If they wish to levitate, they do. If they wish to read minds, they do. They do not think of it as a power. It is a way of being in those dimensions. Namaste. One who serves. And we would also add here, in relation to this, to those of you that may come across those that say they are ascended masters and they are in a physical body and they are in the room with you or whatever and are touting their abilities, we would say, be wary of this. Because those of us that are at the point where we have mastered the illusion, mastered the physical body, we do not come right out and say that. And certainly, we do not appear to you physically. There are occasions when this happens, but we do not lead groups and we do not do that type of thing to tout our abilities, you see? Anyone that does that, be wary of them, okay? Any further questions here before we release channel? Guest, there is one quick question. As of January next year, 2021, will we all be microchipped? One who serves. We will say here, the plan for those of the dark forces is to do so. That is what they are working toward. That is what this virus thing is all about here. To lead to the point where you are more and more controlled. And this is the process of control. There's a process of tracking people and keeping them under their thumb, you might say. And all of this is their plan. That is not the divine plan, you see. And the divine plan is in the works and, as we have said many, many times, cannot be stopped. Path of light cannot be stopped. The path of the darkness is already lost. Anything to add, Shoshana, to this? We do not add. One who serves. Very good. Then we are finished for the time. Do you have any parting message here? Shoshana. We do not. One who serves. Very good. Then we will release channel with this understanding. Continue each one of you to find that higher vibration within you. Look for it, experience it, make it your life, that you are in more and more those higher vibrations. If it takes going out into nature, do so. That is wonderful. But you can do it right within your inaudible. It is possible here. And that is what you need to continue to work on as you continue to move through this transition, which is taking you through the ascension process and to your final ascension here. Shanti, peace be with you. Be the one. Guest, thank you so much for the beautiful, beautiful questions and answers.